Alright, so let's have this similar sample problem, okay? Same given pa rin, pero kung mapapansin ninyo, yung value ng ating M sub U, this is now equal to 620 kilonewton meter. However, please take note that this section is located at the support. So, ano nang ibig sabihin nun? Kasi fixed-ended support yung ating beam. So, ibig sabihin lang nun, kapag nasa support tayo, especially on the fixed-ended, yung ating location ng compression at tension is nag-iiba. Actually, nagbabaliktad lang siya. So, ibig sabihin lang nun, nung kanina sa ating sample problem is kaya nasa taas yung ating compression kasi nga nasa mid-span po yun. Ganun din sa ating tension kung bakit siya nasa baba. However kasi, since nasa support na yung location ng ating section, ibig sabihin lang nun, yung compression mo nasa ibaba, yung tension mo ngayon ay nasa itaas. Okay? So, ano lang ibig sabihin nun? Ang ibig sabihin lang po nun is, titignan natin if this is under doubly reinforced beam or singly. Okay? Based on this condition. So, kunin muna natin yung ating effective depth. Una, para sa ating tension, which is manggagaling tayo dito. Okay? So, yung magiging value na to is same pa rin, 438 millimeters. However, para sa ating effective depth naman for the compression is still, ang magiging value niya is 62 millimeters. For the value sa ating stress block factor or the value for the beta 1, same pa rin naman since yung ating FRMC is equal to 21 megapascal. So, yung beta 1 natin is 0.85. Okay? Ngayon, let's proceed naman sa pagkuha natin ng concrete capacity natin. Of course, it should be tension controlled. Okay? So, ibig sabihin lang nito, kukunin muna natin yung depth of stress block ng tension controlled. Ibig sabihin lang nito, we will use the 3 over 8 multiplied by the effective depth, which is this will equal to the 164.25 millimeters. Okay? And then, let's compute for the moment capacity ng concrete under tension controlled. I will use this formula. And then, substitute ko lang yung para sa value ng A, which is dapat naka-beta 1 times C tayo. Of course, kailangan yung ating stress reduction factor is 0.9 since tayo nga ay nasa tension-controlled section tayo or ideally, it should be a tension-controlled section. So by simply substitute all of the given, our value for the capacity of the concrete, this is now equal to 289.034 kilonewton meters. Okay? So, ano ang next na gagawin natin? Ang next na gagawin natin is we can now compare kung magiging doubly or magiging singly. Okay? So, by simply comparing with our given moment, this is now equal to 620 kilonewton meter. So, ibig sabihin, mas mataas pa rin siya doon sa ating concrete. Ibig sabihin lang yan, hindi kakayanin ni concrete alone yung magiging given moment natin. That's why, we will declare this as doubly reinforced beam. Ibig sabihin lang yan, kailangan natin i-design yung ating A'(S) aside sa ating area of steel reinforcement sa tension natin. Please take note, kaya siya nasa ilalim kasi nga, ang location ng ating support, ang location ng ating section ay nasa support. So, ibig sabihin, compression mo nasa baba, tension mo ay nasa itaas. That's why ito yung magiging itsura ng ating stress diagram. This one is for concrete and yung second one naman ay yung para sa ating compression steel. Okay, so since alam na natin na this is under doubly reinforced section, so we need to determine the retaining moment, which means by subtracting the given moment and the concrete capacity. So makukuha natin dito is 330.966 kilonewton meter, which is yan yung gagamitin nating information na i-carry netong ating stress diagram para sa compression steel. Okay? So let's compute first for the tensile steel reinforcements natin. So of course, kunin muna natin yung para sa tension controlled steel area natin. Itong first part ng ating steel area. Okay? So para makuha natin yan, what we need to do here, implement lang natin yung derived formula for the steel ratio under tension controlled. Then I will equal it to the first part of the steel reinforcement divided by the gross area. Okay? So kapag dinerive natin yan, ito yung magiging itsura ng ating first part ng ating tensile steel. And then kapag sinubstitute natin yung mga values, so makukuha natin ditong first steel area under this stress diagram natin. This is equal to 2,076.736 square millimeter. Okay? So, after natin makuha yung value na yon, kunin naman natin yung second part. At para makuha natin yung second part, manggagaling tayo dito sa sa ating stress diagram dito. Okay? So, gamit pa rin yung ating retaining moment. So, para makuha natin yung second part by simply multiplying your steel area in this equation. So, makukuha natin ditong second part for the steel area sa ating tension. This is now equal to 2,328.645 square millimeter. Okay? Ayan, no? So, kapag kinuha na natin yung total required tension steel area, ipag-add mo lang yung dalawang values. So that yung value ng ating A sub S this is now equal to 4,405.381 square millimeter. So ito na yung magiging total steel area natin. Okay? Ibig sabihin lang yan, kapag kinuha natin yung per pieces under ng tension, i-divide mo lang siya sa area ng 24 mm diameter. So that ang makukuha nating number of pieces, this is now 9.738. So round up tayo, which is equal to 10 pieces of 24 mm diameter. So yan yung para sa ating tension. Yung para naman sa ating compression, manggagaling ulit tayo doon sa ating retaining moment. However, ang gagamitin nating formula for the bending moment is bending moment kapag nag-moment ka sa tension. That's why, yung makikita mong actual force dito ay yung para sa compression. Okay? So by simply substitute this one, ang makukuha natin ditong area of compression para sa ating steel reinforcement, this is equal to 2,432.005 square millimeter. So that kapag kinuha natin in terms of number of pieces, so ganun din ulit, similar approach pa rin tayo, no? So i-divide pa rin natin siya with the area of a single reinforcement natin. This is now equal to 5.376 or 6 pieces of 24 mm diameter. So yan yung magiging final answer natin for this sample problem.